a little bit where to go fishing in the murky water, and it works. So the only game he lost was against Magnus, but there he was just steamroll.
And his intuition is probably the best out of all the players, because intuition comes from experience.
Absolutely. And when I watched Vishy growing up, I thought he was one of the greatest talents. I still believe that today, by the way, one of the greatest talents I've ever seen in my life. And playing him, blindfold during a blitz, during a dinner, we just talk about the position, we would just be conversing as if it was right in front of him. By the way, for Gukesh, as he's about to play this legendary figure, Vishy Anand, on the other side of the board, think of Gukesh, 17 years old. From the time he was growing up as a chess player, he must have always been looking up at Vishy Anand. And now the guy's on the other side of the board, and you're supposed to beat him. How do you do that when you're playing your hero, Miro?
Right, that's, I imagine it's very tough.
Fantasy variation with Bishop D3, and the players are literally on their own. This is not a common position at all. If you thought it came from a winnower, you're excused. Because Bishop takes C3, B takes C3, 97, 92 on the board, and for the moment,
strange structure already.
Yeah, but I'm kind of happy with white. It's not just the extra pawn, which
that would
really
be enough,
is.
Right?
Yeah, it's enough for me. It's the two bishops.
Two bishops look fantastic.
Open position. The fact that I have a
isolated
D4
pawn.
Yeah, I have a D4 square. I'm not saying I want two pieces to occupy D4. I want both the bishop as well as the knight. I do want to play C4. I do want to play castles. I got the two bishops, and Vishy's going to have to prove his position, Miro. I think Gukesh is going to be happy with the outcome of the opening, at least so far.
Right, you are, yes. So C4.
I just saw the en passant, and this D4 is hanging, and
H6 is weak, the last rank is weak.
Yeah, a lot of advantages. It just feels like Gukesh is playing wonderfully well, very much there. So we'll keep an eye on that one, and I want to jump to the Magnus Carlsen game again, because Duda should be familiar with. After queen takes d4, how big is the advantage now? It looks big.
What do you want to do? Queen takes d4.
I wanted to take a pawn. H6 is also weak.
Knight takes d5. It's still much better, but okay, let me tell you. Queen H.
check on the board.
It's close to some checkmates here.
Yeah, no, the patterns are just showing themselves.
H7? Just so I don't walk
Knight G6.
Oh, nice.
Rook H8 and Bishop H6 is on
Should be over.
White's agenda here. She knows that things are really, really bad. King H7.
H7 played, and now Knight G6 is the only move to win, interestingly, but it's the most tempting move at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem with this kind of a winning move. It just, you know, it's
Well,
a natural.
I am surprised it's the only move because I see knight d5, queen f4. Isn't that also?
Let's check. It's knight d5, it's rook to d5,
Oh,
and queen f4, h5 pawn is hanging.
I see.
Okay.
Yes.
Once again, the engine does wonders protecting those kind of positions, but up to knight g6, it's done.
Exactly. By the way, the problem also with knight d5, rook d5, suddenly the bishop uncovers the rook.
All right,
if-
and there's a
if it
little
wasn't-
threat.
It's like, oops, you know, like, and suddenly you got g8 and queen h6 mate is no longer mate. But knight g6 is just, I mean, it hits all of the points. Knight f8 check is a fork, rook h8, bishop h6 is a checkmate. You can't leave on g6
How
and
do
hope
you
to
think
survive.
Gukesh is feeling right now about to defeat his own personal hero?
I bet you it is exploding. You know, like it's kind of
Oh,
disbelieving, and Vishy
that's it.
resigns. And for Gukesh, I mean, it's this really bizarre feeling. All my life, I wanted to meet Bobby Fischer and play against Bobby Fischer. Never had that opportunity. Bobby stopped playing. He played one more match in 1992, and that was it. But I could just only imagine myself feeling like I played Bobby Fischer, I won against Bobby Fischer.